Well, I'll tell you something interesting about the procedure. First of all, of course it'll come out different because the environment, we have more sounds of nature, bird sounds and things like that, because that was our environment and aesthetic, and that's what we took in. And, there's really nothing more awesome than nature.
Yeah.
But
we're surrounded by it.
We infused it with what we already do, and that's what we kind of were missing a little bit. And so it's more of a balanced record, I would say. Most bands, they've got their songs, and they set up their drum kit, and their bass set, their guitar, and they lay down basic tracks. You know what basic tracks are. Yeah. That's your rhythm tracks, and then they go in and they overdub.
And sometimes do 10 basic tracks in a row. Yeah. Within a week. Yeah.
And then it'll sound the same because you've got your setup. It stays set up. The mic stays set up, and you're basically not moving anywhere. Yeah. Well, what we did is over this great span of time, it wasn't a great span, but it was great for us. Mm-hmm. We tore down and we set back up. That's why it took us a little longer. But you'll notice every song has got very different tone, attitude.
Yeah.
Well, don't let nobody kid you when they tell you that that's what they planned when they finish a record. It happens more in the Hollywood film industry because they set up a cardboard cutout, they have a time, and they don't give a shit about miracles. Yeah. They don't have time for miracles. We wait for them, with open arms. Yeah. And so, I can only speak for myself, but I could tell you, I never know what it's going to sound like. But then always we have, hey, one or two really good ideas, and let's approach it. And that's fresh. And then the rest of it's the miracle part, and that's the help that you get for the hard work you put in.
We didn't spend a lot of time doing pre-production, rehearsing, practicing the songs. Yeah. We went in there and kind of felt it out and let the miracles unfold.
And the spontaneous feel for it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, I mean, during the recording of the album, obviously, Martin went off and had some things he had to go deal with. Was it quite difficult to remain focused on the recording after he departed the band?
Well, it was so sad that he had to, but then again, you get a chance to work with Mike Watt.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
So it actually became more focused because, it's like the
blind.
Guess what? Blind. Guess what? You might not make it out alive. What happens? You go, oh yeah? See what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Mike, I mean, after doing Borehole and Tugboat, your solo project, I mean, how did it feel to go back and work with a band again on material that perhaps you hadn't written yourself?
Oh, very adventurous. These guys set up a situation, like I said, you hear this record, you're going to hear a lot of journeys. So every time I started with them, we had a new journey, and I could bring all my years for that moment to be real. You know what I mean? And it wasn't just licks, any more feeling. It was one of the most, there's a lot of my records have been like Harris says, you set up and play almost like a gig for the microphone. Yeah. This wasn't like that. I was learning and then trying to explain myself all these years just with my craft somehow. And it's ensemble playing, right? Because it's not solo. It's with a group of guys. And as it was happening, it was very scary. But, I think it's made me stronger.
Totally enjoyed it at the same time.
I wouldn't trade that for anything. It was the most exciting thing in my life.
Did it feel, completely natural from the start when you got together and jammed with
Oh, yeah. I mean, the parts came to me just by hearing it for the first time.
Yeah. And they were weird parts, too, man. See, now, if I would have said, here, look, Mike, this is your part. You're a new guy, and this is what we want you to do, probably wouldn't sound very good. You want to know why? Because you only have a certain amount of intonation in your body, and that's what you've got. And you vibrate a certain frequency. It's a bore if a cat keeps giving you his frequency. So this guy, man, he vibrates at a very different frequency than me. I can't believe it. It's so exciting even for me to play with him and these guys too, because we're different. And that's kind of beautiful, Yeah. It becomes syncopated, and that becomes multi-dimensional, omnipresent, multi-dimensional, thicker, and then ultimately more interesting.
Band, what is the writing process within Porno for Pyros? Is it definitely a band thing? Do you guys get together and work on them, as a group?
Every song comes together quite differently. But Perry and Peter are usually spending a lot of time together, working things out.
Oh, we all do. Come on. It doesn't have, once again, it's not like, okay, look, these are the rules, Mike. There's 4 ways we write a song. 1, I write lyrics, and then Peter comes in. It doesn't work that way at all. If we're hanging out, and all of a sudden, I just start thinking something about, God, did you guys ever think that, crickets and insects have their own orchestra just like we do? Then we'll start thinking about crickets, and then he'll start going, you don't know about crickets.
Right.
If Mike's in the room, he'll start jamming, and then I'll start singing about what I think about him, and of course, then he'll start going like that.
Oh, it must be so enjoyable. I mean, that's just free form.
Yeah, and plus we hang out an awful lot together. We're pals, and I mean that sincerely. We're not just, mugging for the camera. We travel together when we play, and we travel together. Yeah, because we're onto a good thing about this nature business.
Yeah.
We like going to places and experiencing it, and I enjoy their company very much. They're deep cats, So I enjoy going anywhere with them, and so, we'll go to islands, and we learn more there than we do. I've learned more in the last year in the smaller places I've been, more natural surroundings. It's keeping me balanced because I know a hell of a lot about the city, Yeah. I was born there. So, I mean, everybody, it's so attractive to anybody. If I told you, man, I know about this hot springs, want to go?
Yeah.
You light up.
Yeah.
So we all have a common interest, and that's nature.
Did you work with Matt Heidegger in production for the album? You didn't. So you guys did produce it yourselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
With this cat, his name's Ira Tom Johnson. He'll kill us if we tell him his name is Ira, but nobody
His real
knows
name's Ira.
So why call him Tom Johnson, just for the creative
TJ. He's a big guy, man. He vibrates very differently from us. He's huge, big, giant guy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if I produced it, it would be a skinny record.
Yeah.
TJ's a big, giant guy.
Yeah.
So with me handling the Tweedledee-Dees, he handles the Tweedledee-Dums. That's how it works out. Really nice.
So, I mean, sitting back and listening to the finished product of Good God's Urge must have been an incredible thing after a year and a half's work to look back at this new album. You guys must have felt great.
Very, very, very proud of it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And, last time I listened to it as a full record, I was very enlightened. Inspired.
Peter, were you concerned when one of Pyros first started up? Were there any concerns in your mind about working with Perry and Stephen after such a majorly influential and important band like Jane's Addiction?
Yeah, I was completely terrified. I didn't want to do it. Jane's Addiction was my favorite band at the time.
Yeah.
And I thought they were crazy for breaking up, but I understood why. And I really felt like...
You think we're crazy now?
No, I don't. I just, what made me be able to go through with it is I said, Perry and Stephen are such great souls. And they're very talented.
Oh, yeah.
And they deserve the best. If there's anything I can do, if it's setting up the mic stands, if it's whatever, to be a part, to keep them...
tambourine player as an adage all the time.
Well, no, because... No more.
You want me to play the tambourine? I'll do that.
The problem is,
I just wanted to keep...
I know.
I'd be cutting you short as a tambourine player.
That's what I know how important a good tambourine is, man. You hand a tambourine off to your average guy, man, you'll find out how important
it's impossible.
They screw the whole damn song up.
Yeah. It's like shaker. It looks like a shaker. It looks easy, but really to get the rhythm happening is
And so what got me through all the shit was basically I just said I want Perry to keep singing,
Yeah.
And whenever he would say, like, I don't like singing anymore, I don't think I want to do it. I remember one time he said it, I started crying because I love the guy, and even if I didn't know him, I love his singing, and I think I need it in this world. Even if I didn't know him, I need him to sing for me to get through this life.
And we want to do well.
Did you guys want to play a song? Did you want to play a song? Are you guys going to go ahead with that?